Hey guys, ShillyCoop here, back with a new video, and today we will be building this new arch building near the railroad station over there. It's been something I've been meaning to build, but in our last volume, volume 55, we built the Javanator, which is something that we use to travel to Java edition of Minecraft. So, yeah, in our cool garden, we got a few names here. First up we have Juno, who says, "Banger vid, keep it coming." Next up we have Alex, I don't know how to say that name, so I'm just gonna say Alex. Yo, let's go, old school Minecraft, awesome, keep up the good work, also new sub. Thank you, man, for the cool comment. And Steve Flynn says, wow, those builds are amazing. So I thank you guys for those cool comments. If you guys want to have your name in the cool garden, just make sure to comment something pretty cool and I'll make sure to add you guys. The building I was talking about is over here. It's gonna be near the cow farm, like right behind it. It's gonna be arching over the river. And the river is something we built a while ago as well. And what I'm thinking we can do is have this track go upwards on like a slanted building. I have a few blocks here. So I guess for the outer rim, I wanted to do like cobblestone. Have it like this. So we're gonna kind of goes like a staircase upward on one side. But I don't want it to be too far back, so I'm gonna actually make this go closer to the river. I want to also decorate the river more, like kind of like it is here, but have it cross the entire thing. And I gotta build a bridge. So one thing about transferring to Java Edition, it was actually an easier process than I thought. What ended up happening with the world is it's now running on 1.16. That version is not the original version this world ran on. On Wii U Edition, it was on 1.13, which was the aquatic update. That was the last update they provided for Legacy Console on that particular console. This is now running on a slightly newer version. I kept the older textures the same because I just thought it would look better with these older textures. I might update the world later on in the series. I am actually looking forward to the summer drop, which is coming soon. And with the summer drop coming out, there's a new vibrant visuals, which I really think can spruce up this world. I never liked really installing mods and stuff, so having a shaders pack be built into the vanilla game is going to be really cool. But hopefully that'll work out good. Let me know again if you enjoy the series more on Wii U Edition. I know switching to Java was a big jump, big leap in this world. It really does make it more convenient for me to make more videos. Okay, so we got these pathways done. I guess we can start working on that building now. I still find it weird. Some of these items glitched in that transferring process to where they don't stack. I'm gonna make it a block inward. It's gonna be like a hotel, I think. And then with this railway, what I think we can do is make it go up, but then there's gonna be a big bridge over this mountain to be like a convenient highway system. I've seen plenty of YouTubers and other people build highway systems with minecarts, and I've never built one before, but I really think it can help with transport, especially if we start building more spaced outward, because this is kind of the space we have left for this town. It's kind of in like in a ravine. So what I'm thinking we can do is once we run out of space here, we can start building outward on the world. We got a bunch of space here, as you can see here. There's a forest over there, a mansion over there. We can build a railway system to that. Also, as you can see, I changed my skin. This is the skin I usually use for Java Edition. On console, it's Toad, usually. So I thought the Toad skin looked really weird for Java, so I switched it to my Penguin skin that I've been using for a few years now. I didn't make this originally. I did some adjustments to it, but I downloaded it off like a skin site. And I thought it looked cool. I like penguins and stuff, as you've seen from my channel profile picture and just overall aesthetic. But this is kind of a new format video I've been doing. As you can see, the intro was different, and I'm gonna start doing more kind of calmer videos. So what I'm thinking for this part, since these tracks can't go on a staircase, these have to be full blocks. But what I'm thinking we can do is kind of have the stairs for the spruce kind of go one more block inward like this. Kind of have like a outer edge for the cobblestone, and then we could have oak stairs for the edges of this staircase here. Kind of gonna go for more bigger buildings, as you've seen with our previous builds. They're kind of small, so I think we need to start working on bigger projects to go across the span of multiple videos. At times in Minecraft, there are impulse builds where you just kind of build a build. you don't really have that true inspiration. It's better to kind of build in Minecraft without a full-on sketched out plan, which is what I've been doing with these builds. It kind of limits my creativity in that way. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just kind of go for more of a calmer, kind of wing it kind of style. Of course, it's not going to be like rushed or impulsively built. I think what we can do for this ramped part here is add some glass to kind of look out of, because this is going to be an interior building and stuff. It's not going to be just an arch. So I'm going to continue this. Oh, a creeper. Oops. Take aim. Yeah, I'm still getting these achievements and stuff for transferring to this account on this world. Surprisingly, it adjusted the world to where achievements are still available. I've done this before with other worlds, like if you switch from Java to Bedrock and vice versa. Achievements are removed, so you can't really do anything else. But this process, which I might actually make a tutorial for, makes it to where the world kind of runs on its own control. It's really hard to explain because there's still a border around. It functions like a console edition world, but not like a Java one, even though it's still running on Java. It's a very weird kind of world. It's on its own. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna add the windows probably here. There might be a few levels. I don't know how high to build this. I guess in the center of the river we can stop building upward. Yeah, this railroad has been something that hasn't really expanded much at all. It's just kind of a short little railroad. It's useless right now. But with it having nowhere to go to exactly, that's another thing that I need to start working on. I'm just having ideas of what to do. I want to build more functional builds, not something just for decoration. Because that's another thing that will really help this world. The only functional areas, the library, the farms of course, and that's pretty much it. There's not really any functional, purposeful buildings. But that can all be improved. I also need more armor. So it's all part of the process in Minecraft, as you know. Also, sometimes when I was building on this world, some textures did get kind of messed up at times. I don't know why. The signs had the same texture as the map. I don't know why. It was really weird. I'm still getting used to this whole thing here. But thankfully, updating this world doesn't screw it up much. I don't know what I'm going to do to help, like, if we ever run out of space in this world, because I know it's pretty small. This is all we have. I want to find some way to go to the ocean and explore more, like, outer lands and stuff. But there's no outer lands. It doesn't exist. So I'm thinking once we somehow transfer this world to Bedrock and then back on a different software, we can possibly get more out of this, because this is still running on a Java, or not Java, a console script. It's really weird. I do really like this river we built a while ago. It's a very serene kind of build, and I had an idea for a castle over here, and once we finish this, I think what we can do is start working on the highway, and it's got to be pretty high, because these mountains are pretty big. So we'll try doing that at some point, but I want to do one build at a time now, instead of kind of doing multiple. It's going to kind of get repetitive, but at least we'll be making progress at one building at a time. Oh, look, a wolf! Actually, you know what? That reminds me. I need to tame a new wolf. Let me tame a wolf really quick. Let me know what we should call him. I completely forgot about taming a wolf. Let me get a bone really quick. Here's the wolf here. Stop running away, bro. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's still orange. That's weird. Look at that. Huh. Usually it's just red. Best friends. Let me know what we should call them. I don't like usually having wolves with me when I build stuff because they usually die or something. So I'm going to try to be careful with this unnamed dog. And since we're in the middle of the river, I think this is as high up as we should go. And I guess we could start working the downward slope. It's going to be kind of hard to calculate where exactly the starting point is, so I'm gonna have to like work really weird. Oh, I forgot I have no armor. But seeing that one YouTuber, Mojang Blonsky or something, I'll put his YouTube channel in the description. But seeing alpha gameplay just looks so tedious to me. Like, I don't know. I like playing newer Minecraft. I like playing versions of Minecraft that just are more easy. Certain things in his world that I noticed that were a little more tedious compared to normal Minecraft is the inventory. You can't shift click. That doesn't exist. And there's multiple glitches in his world his particular version, but there's a lot of exploits you can do on Alpha. Now, I did do a beta World Series that I think was 2 years ago about, and I ended up kind of scrapping it because I wasn't used to the version and I didn't really feel like getting used to it. I'd rather do a series like this, which again has lasted a lot more volumes. That other series I made, but what I did is basically just take it one build at a time. I was mostly just trying to improve my house, but it was annoying how there was no sleeping in beta. He was playing alpha, the YouTuber I was watching. Beta, I would say, is even worse than alpha. It's just, I don't know. I like the style again. It's got that classic Minecraft vibe, but it just is too prehistoric. I don't know. It just isn't to the point where it's streamlined. And I was seeing his stairs in alpha and how stairs are a lot more glitchy. So I'm grateful that they are not like that in this version. And this was not in alpha either. I always like the book. I always use that. I know a lot of people don't use that book mechanic, but I think it's so much more convenient to craft. Plus, I don't want to have to memorize a bunch of crafting recipes. I know I kind of sound like a noob for using that, but I just enjoy using the book. I've been using it for years. I've been playing Java for about 3 or 4 years now. Wii U Edition I've been playing longer. With that, I can take that experience more easily to make more builds like this. So I think building on Java and just doing everything on Java is a lot more easier than Wii U Edition. Wii U is pretty easy to get used to, but I think the mechanics in Java are pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the Gamma, which if you don't know what Gamma is, on console editions only, Gamma is where you can brighten up the scenery to where it can look a little more saturated. I like the look of it. It's something only console edition has, and it kind of gives that nostalgic vibe to it. And plus, it's easier to go caving and stuff, which I'm gonna miss doing that more easily. But I'm sure there's mods. I'm sure there's mods to where you can do that, but I'm horrible at installing them. So I'm more of a vanilla guy. I just stick with the vanilla mechanics. I want to do more things with the railroad system. I've always liked trains and railroads ever since I was a kid. And I remember first hearing about Minecraft, and once I heard they had minecarts and stuff, I was so fixated on them. But I just feel like I haven't taken the full opportunity that I could have with them. I always kind of forget about minecarts and stuff. They're just not very useful for what I'm doing in the game. I have a minecart system in my mines and stuff, but I don't really go there much. I probably should bring a bed with me, but there's surprisingly not that many mobs out. Surprisingly, I don't have that many craters out here. I did fill up a bunch of them at one point just because it looked tacky. I want to go to sleep really quick. Alright, I brought a bed with me. There's still a few mobs here. Of course, there has to be a baby zombie. Spiders are pacifist in the day. I think it's looking pretty good so far. Wait, I thought they were passive in the daytime. Why is he attacking me? It doesn't matter. But, I think it looks pretty good so far. I am gonna add more of like an interior look once I finish the exterior, obviously, but I want to add like some kind of bridge leading off the top for that railroad system. I'm gonna see if I can make it 3 blocks long. I want to add the track in the middle and then have it to where kind of like, hold on, let me just kind of build this out just to show you guys. I want it to kind of be like this, and I can add like a fence on either side, so it goes up like that, and I think it looks pretty good. Just kind of branch off from the top of this building, and the building can serve a purpose at the same time. Oh my gosh, I keep getting reckless with my tactics here. It's just, I'm used to having armor. In my other world, my Java world that I've been using for years now, I have a full set of diamond armor. I still don't have netherite armor. I still don't have that yet because they made it more difficult to upgrade your tools and stuff with that template and stuff. I should not have updated my world yet, but going to the nether is something I never really liked doing. I don't know, I just hate going there. I always die. And on this version now, you can't save before doing stuff. You gotta make a backup, and it's more tedious to open up. It's not as easy as Wii U Edition, where you can just save and then exit without saving and stuff. It's just something that you gotta get used to on Java. It was a really weird adjustment I made when I first started playing Java Edition, because I was playing Wii U Edition for the longest time, and I was like, wait, you can't save? And that's so stupid. That's why I hate playing hardcore. I hate playing that version, or that difficulty, because I always die at least more than once. I think we could start the floor. It's gotta be elevated at some point. We can start it here, I guess. It's gonna look kind of nice. Another thing I noticed in Alpha, of course, is the limited block variation and stuff. It's just, I like the more varied blocks. Again, there's more blocks than this in the newer versions of Minecraft, but I like having it limited to a point. My kind of palette on these buildings is wood, as you can obviously see, and I think it kind of gives a more uniform look to Minecraft. I kind of like uniform, organized, symmetrical buildings and stuff, instead of the whole crazy kind of all over the place buildings and stuff. So I just kind of like that vibe more. It kind of gives a more relaxing, I would say, look. It's not as chaotic as some other builds, which I don't have a problem with the other buildings and stuff, but I have a hard time building things in other styles that's not mine, so this is just the way they naturally look to me. So what I'm thinking we can do for this floor and how to get up to it is we can add another V going downward like this to have another support here. So I guess we can do like a, let me see here, this. How do I do it on the other side? There we go, it's kind of like that. And then you just enter through here. Like that grass. And then yeah, you can just enter through this spot here. I'll put like 2 doors and you can enter this. Which I think is gonna look kinda cool. This grass is annoying. Oh, this reminds me, I remember once when I was very little, I got Minecraft Demo Edition. I've always wanted to play Minecraft ever since I was little, but my mom was kind of strict on the whole killing aspect in video games, and she said, oh, you can't play this till you turn 18 and stuff, which she kind of let go over time. But when I first wanted to play Minecraft, I found out there was a free demo, and my dad helped me install it. So I did that, and the only thing I knew how to do was break grass. So that's all I would do, is go into fields and break all the grass I could. This was in like 2013, so it was a more ancient version of Minecraft. I don't want to insult it. It was just such a cool game to me, and I've always wanted to do more with it. The only game I really played at the time was Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii's been a game I've been playing ever since I was basically born. I don't know, it's just really weird. Let me make a floor for this interior part. Yeah, honestly, I enjoy building stuff more when there's no rule or instructions. Like, this is not sketched out. This is kind of just me building off of what I feel like should be here. My shovel's about to break, dang it. I got some diamonds left. I have about, I don't know how many diamonds I have, like 16, 17 saved up. But I really don't want to burn all my diamonds because there's a limited amount in this world. There's not like an unlimited amount, because this world is super tiny. And that's one problem of this world that I have. One of my only problems is that it's small. I think I'm going to keep with the checkered pattern. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not going to stick with the checkered pattern. I want to kind of have a more varied floor. Maybe like a solid color, because this whole this checkerboard kind of look is a little overused in my world now. I like the look and everything. That's why I used it in the first place, but I think it just kind of overstayed its welcome, honestly. So I'm going to do a solid floor. Carpet's not something I usually build with because, I don't know, colors and stuff. I never really liked color, honestly. It's a cool, I guess, thing at times, but I just am more of a black and white kind of monotone look. I don't know, it just, again, with the whole chaotic look of stuff, I like the whole simplistic look of things. A lot of people kind of hate on the new modern thing of, oh, modernization is like simplistic. There's no detail and stuff. I like it though. I always like the whole modern look of things. I always think it looks more regular. I don't know. McDonald's is a good example of this. You know how it used to be colorful in like a play place, which as a kid I liked the McDonald's look of color and stuff. But now getting older, I kind of grew up with McDonald's to where I'm kind of now with the style it is now. I like it. It's not as chaotic. I know there's that one movie, Super Size Me, which I did watch. It's a good movie. Or documentary, I guess I should say. McDonald's really changed their look after that for obvious reasons. It is a block forward. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, that's why. It's not supposed to be like that. Alright, let me go to sleep again. I remember doing that beta Minecraft series, and one of the most annoying parts about it was going to sleep, because in the middle of the night, you can get woken up by mobs, which was so annoying. Like, every single night was so much more of a chore to get through. So I ended up scrapping that series. I also got really sick at one point, and I just stopped the series. And once I paused on that series, I just kind of lost interest in it, I guess. Actually, yeah, I think it was like this. Right. What am I doing? Let me see here. Yeah, it was. Let's see. This staircase here was mixing me up. Take that. Alright, there we go. I do like this entryway point. How am I gonna enter that though? Wait. Yeah, ladder's not gonna work here. I want to cover this up. There's gonna be a window, but I don't think that's gonna work. Cover that up. I think what I can do is add a ladder up here, maybe, and have like a trapdoor or something. Oh, you know what this kind of looks like now? It looks like the Triforce a little bit. Yeah, it looks like the Triforce. It's kind of funny, I guess. Let me add a staircase, I guess, leading up to it. So have like a oak look to it. So yeah, what I mean by setup earlier when I talked about how my setup changed and for why I'm playing on Java now. Before I had this dresser, and the dresser was where I kept all of my, like my TV was on it, my Wii U, my Wii, I had an Xbox on it that I never used. I had everything on there, but I got a new dresser and it's smaller, and so I kind of cleaned things up a bit, and the Wii U didn't really fit there anymore. So what I ended up doing was just storing it somewhere else, and I kind of had to, and that's the Wii U version of this world. I think it looks better on PC, honestly. I kept the version as old as possible. They automatically update to 1.16 for some reason, but I think it looks good, and they're easier to make videos for. Let me just do things here. That. Ugh, I keep running out of blocks. I do miss the popping sound on Wii U Edition, where it would just make that popping noise every time you would craft something. It was so satisfying to listen to at times. Okay, to build upwards like this. These are the walls, and then the stairway going up will be like right here, or ladder or something. Let's see. I guess that'll work, yeah. Let's see. What point can you... Okay, it's at this point you can enter, because it's 2 block space. So let me see really quickly. Man, there was so much dust when I cleaned that dresser out. I have a carpeted floor, and the flooring was so dusty underneath that dresser. I haven't moved it in like almost 10 years. So that was sitting there on the carpet for a while. And so with this new dresser that I've been wanting for a while, it was my grandpa's old dresser that I got. The rest of my furniture in my room is made of wood. It's a brown wood. And the new dresser that I got is also brown wood, but the old one I had was painted white, so it didn't really match the rest of the vibe. But both dressers I had were owned by my grandpa. So I got rid of the old one and got the new one, which are both owned by my grandpa, which is kind of cool. Yeah, my grandpa has been in the hospital recently. He's actually getting back to his house today, so he's actually recovering quite well, so I'm glad he's coming back. He's actually doing pretty well for his age. I really like doing things with him. He's a really cool guy. All right, there we go. There's the staircase. I'm gonna probably add like a side panel so you don't fall out. Let me see here. Yeah, these tools get really annoying because they break so quickly. Man, it's such a weird build. We'll make it work though. I don't normally build with stairs. I don't know. I just think it's a kind of complex block to work with. It's not even really a block. It's just 3/4 of a block. I guess we can keep this space. Maybe. I don't know. I want to make this opened with like windows and stuff. I'll add a window here. Maybe. Here and here. Make the building breathe. So with this new kind of building routine, these videos are going to be more long. Before, some videos were like 10 minutes long because the build was really small. And I'm thinking now that since these builds are going to be bigger, I'm obviously not going to be able to finish them all in one video. I'm going to work on the same build over time, make it a more gradual series. Okay, do the same on the other side. I think I might just do this one other side, and then I'll do this in the next video, the other end, because this is the same thing as this. Take a break. That's one thing I've had with video games, especially recently, where I get kind of bored with them and realize when I need to take a break from them. This is something I kind of grew up with. Before, I wouldn't know when to stop, but recently I've been getting better at that. There's still times I like to play for a while. That looks pretty good. Put some grass there. I'll put some bushes on the edges too, of course. I always like the bushes and builds. But yes, we got the Triforce building. This actually looks exactly like it too. I did not intend for that. Okay. Oh, I want to put glass here. That actually would look so cool. Here, let me do that. Instead of having it as oak, I'll use glass. Overlooking the river, which I think is a pretty cool combo. I want to add some fish to it, but they're gonna swim out the other ends. But one cool thing I might actually do now, thinking about that, is so the fish don't escape, I can add like a blue glass barrier here and have it one of those infinite water pools where it's just a waterfall at the edge. I think that'd look really cool. I think that's gonna be it. I gotta get the glass from the chest. We got enough glass for this, but I might do that in our next volume. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Let me know if you like this new format of video. It's kind of a more low-key, kind of chill vibe. And yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next video or next build once we finish this. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.